Everything happens for a reason.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So, I wanted to kick things off by doing a review for season 4 of Black Mirror. It just came out December 29th. I actually, literally, I think, yeah, I actually watched all 6 episodes that same day. All right, it was fucking insane, and I kind of regret it because it really fucked up my sleeping cycle. But let's go ahead and really dissect this episode or this season piece by piece. So I'm gonna start with the first episode that I personally saw, which was called "Hang the DJ," and right from the gorgeous opening cinematography that had this sort of blue haze on it, I knew there's something about the premise. I was like, okay, it's like a romantic thing, whatever. This episode floored me. Okay, not only is this my favorite episode of the season, this is like top 5, probably top 3 best Black Mirror episodes that I've ever personally seen ever. This episode I just thought was just completely and utterly just fascinating. I think, first off, the chemistry between these two lead actresses and their performances are just spellbinding. I think that their chemistry is just off the charts. They really played off each other really, really well. Probably one of the best on-screen couples from last year in general, whether it be a show, film, whatever. I just thought they were incredible with each other. And I love the concept of, they're in this future where I guess dating is sort of strictly controlled, and at least in the story that we're presented with at first anyway. Dating is very strict and it's like scheduled, you know what I'm saying? And they have those round devices that, let me see. So these devices tell you like who you're gonna hook up with and how long you have. That's what's weird. Like these devices, it's like it has like a Siri type of consciousness in them, and this device dictates how you carry out your relationships and dictates how long the relationships go on for. So when the couple I just showed, when they first met and they only have like 24 or 30 hours together, like, you know how weird that would be to like go on a first date with someone and to realize that you guys are gonna part ways in like 13 hours or some shit. I just thought that was so thought-provoking. And then how they got separated and started going through just all these trial and errors with all these other people, just dating people nonstop, bam bam bam. A couple people that they were with were cracking my ass up. Where was that one bitch? Oh my god, I fucking hated that bitch. Do I have the window open still? I do. What was it? This chick right here, that the main male character that he dates, this chick right here, I hated this chick from get-go. And then like he was stuck with this chick for like a year, and there was nothing he could do about it, right? I was just like, oh no. And then when it was time for them to part ways, this bitch didn't even have the nerve to be like, thanks, or, I'm glad we tried, or nothing. Like, bitch, get out of here. I just thought, oh my god, I hate that chick. And then, the female main character, she, let me see here, she ends up with that guy, this chick, she ends up with that guy who's always like, and like he would do that over and over. He would do that over and over again, and like he wasn't even aware whether he was going down on her, whether he was just got done drinking something, or he was just relaxing. He'd just be like, ah. And I was like, fuck, it's annoying. It's annoying me too. Fuck, I was strangling motherfucker doing that bullshit all the time. And one thing that was really crazy is how like these two began to realize that that they actually loved each other, even though they were like each other's first in a way. It's like, fuck. Ironically, that was the one. That was the one, And I just felt so much for these people as they're stuck in these other relationships, and they were just still thinking about each other. There was one thought-provoking moment with this guy where he was dating that one bitch, and while he was having sex with her, he was like, "Hey, do you mind if I picture this woman right here in this picture? Why am I having sex with you?" I was like, kind of bites off of the entire history of you a little bit, but and then, oh my god, another thing to give a shout out to is the soundtrack was eargasmic. It was perfect. We have the Icelandic rock band Jor-Els on the soundtrack. Every time, what was his name, Jonsi, every time his vocals came in, anytime any Jor-Els instrumentals came in, I just wanted to wet myself in excitement. The music is so brilliant. Does anybody know the title tracks of the Jor-Els songs that played in this episode? If you do, please send them my way, because the shit was gorgeous. What else? Oh yeah, I totally forgot when this dumb motherfucker. So they meet back up with each other finally, right? And this dumb fuck, because they agreed to not look at their expiry dates or whatever, expiration dates for the relationship, and they were supposed to be together for like 5 years, okay, and everything was going fine, and he just had to look. I just, what the fuck? What was crazy is before he looked, I was just like, no, do it. That's probably it. That's probably how you find the one. You don't look at the expiration date. You're so connected with the person, you don't need to. Don't look at it, you know. But his dumbass had to look at it, and that drove me crazy. I would have never looked at it. Never, ever. Never, ever would have looked at it. That shit pissed me off so much. And then, great performance from this actor right here. You could really feel his pain. Like, he is solely responsible for fucking up the relationship up until this point in time. But the song that plays after this moment gives me just chills. Like, the hairs on the back of my neck fucking raise when that song plays. And then we see, what's the old girl's name? I should probably just fucking enlarge these. Yeah, that'd probably make it a little bit easier on myself. But this moment where the main female character, she's sort of standing in the back, and it's just like this montage showing all these people that she's slept with, you know. And it really does. The scene is so ingenious because it does such a great job of showcasing how. I mean, sure, you could go out and bang 100 people, you know what I'm saying? Sure, you can make that list, but I think if you went and did that, you know, over time, you would have a moment like this where it's like, yeah, it's fun, I'm banging all these people, but like, you're sort of like just not there with all these bodies that you're having sex with, because you didn't really connect with any of these people. There was really just that one person, or will be that one person that you truly connect with. You know, all these bodies is fun, but like, you know, if it's not someone that you've truly connected with, it's sort of like meaningless, you know what I mean? And I just thought that this scene nailed that idea perfectly. And then at the end where the fucking, this little Siri machine is talking to our main female character, and it's like, oh, well, you can say goodbye to one person. And she's like, I choose Frank, whatever that guy's name is. And then the music during this moment here, where they finally meet up with each other once again towards the end of the episode, this moment had me just like, yes, get it, boy, get it. Throw that expiry date device away. Just fuck it, right? And then they decided to say, fuck it, we're just gonna be together. We're gonna break the rules. Fuck them, right? If we die, we die for the name of love. I'm dying for that body, damn it. And they climb over the wall, and then here's where things just went complete mindfuckery. The true genius of Charlie Brooker shines through here. You know, we realized that all of these moments were just, and even themselves, you know, it's like they are just avatars inside of a simulation that is running simulations of their chemistry, different styles of how they would date each other at this point in time. I guess basically what I'm saying is like this whole episode is really just an app, and inside the app just ran through like 1,000 scenarios of like their relationships, what they would look like, how long it would take them to rebel, blah 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 blah. In a way, it's kind of like this whole episode was like the inside of the Matrix, you know. I thought it was really fascinating. And then at the end of the episode, we see these two in real life, and they find each other for the first time at like a bar or something like that. And that's insane. This is what I think happened. I think that like at some point in the future, there's like an app where you have to give a lot of information away about yourself, and this app downloads all that information into like a digital recreation of yourself, like an avatar, and then you know they'll have another avatar, which is just some stranger, and you know we take these two avatars when we throw them in a simulation, we throw all these different situations at them to see how they play off each other, how their personalities may or may not conflict with each other, and they run all these simulations. And like once the app is done, it's like, you know what, look, you know, this might not be the one, but god damn it, in this simulation, you know, we ran through, would he cheat on you if he did this? Would he hit you if you said this? Look, we ran so many simulations, trust us. This person is probably the one for you, you know. But yeah, I love this episode. I thought it was a 10 out of 10. It just fucking completely blew my mind. And then I'm just gonna go randomly here. Let's go to Metalhead here. Let's talk about that episode, because Metalhead. So let me double check. So my favorite episodes were Hang the DJ was my favorite. Second favorite was Crocodile, gave that a 10 out of 10. Metalhead was my third favorite, gave that a 10 out of 10. And then USS Callister gave that a 10 out of 10. That'd probably be my fourth favorite. Metalhead was just fucking incredible. This was like Black Mirror's version of like The Revenant or something. I love the black and white cinematography. The image resolution is so sharp. It's so pristine. It was like looking through a window at some points. I love the shots of the dreary, bleak, haunting landscapes all over this thing here. You know, shots like this. You know, it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And basically, this whole episode is about this woman who's driving right here. This woman just simply trying to survive against this, like, dog-like robot that's maybe no higher than my fucking knee. Just this tiny little robot. This episode is literally just her versus this fucking robot right here. And it's one of the most incredible episodes of Black Mirror that I've ever witnessed. I was just so blown away by how intense and uncomfortable this goddamn robot made me. Because at first I was just like, it's just a little sumbitch to try running it over or something. But then as the episode goes on, you understand just how almost like indestructible this goddamn thing is. It's like such an ingenious predator. And I love that they don't really answer like how the world came to the state of being. It's almost just like you've kind of just been dropped into this world, and you're just observing, and then you leave. And I like that, you know, because you know, the questions that are unanswered, those things sort of fuel my imagination and make for great conspiracy theories and replay value and shit like that. But yeah, this goddamn robot was fucking ingenious. That motherfucker blew so many people's heads off. I was like, Jesus Christ. This moment right here in the car, I was like, I was literally like white knuckling it. God damn, that was intense. What the fuck? And then, by the way, when she fucking gets to like that house, right? I mean, she should have found a way to like get inside and over the wall and lock the doors to the wall guarding the house. And she should have, after she should have found a way of like getting inside the house, having this wall locked, and she should have found a way to destroy all these monitors with like a rock or something, because like, you know, when the fucking creature comes, when the fucking robot creature shows up at this house, he just has this thing that like extends from his body and connects with this fucking monitor, and he can hack in and open doors and shit. You should have fucking destroyed all these goddamn monitors right here. Fuck. Good lord. That was, man, fuck that little robot piece of shit. Little pussy ass bastard. Or this moment right here where little sun-based robot, the main character chick, she managed to climb up this tree, and this little bitch ass dog thing is just waiting at the bottom. I was like, oh no. I do love, it was really ingenious though, when she kept like the robot would go to rest because it couldn't climb the tree, so the little bitch ass robot was like, fuck, I'm just gonna rest until you come down here. And she knew that if she kept disturbing its sleep cycle, it was like short circuit for a second and pause for an unusually long amount of time so she could get away. I can dig it. That was cool. That was cool. Seemingly indestructible, but has flaws. And then when she was in the house and this little bitch ass son of a bitch was stalking her, walking down the corridors with the fucking knife in hand, I was like, you terrifying little midget robot piece of shit. Oh yeah, and then this sequence right here, holy shit, I was literally screaming at my laptop during this moment right here. I was like, get in! Bitch, kill him! Kill him now! Like, oh my god, I was freaking out. She got the little sumbitch too, but it shot those little barbs, or these little shards of GPS trackers into her body, and she ultimately just had to kill herself, because a whole bunch more, like, there was just like a whole, at the end of the episode, when we see like a little swarm of these bastards coming into the house, I was like, oh, whoa. It was bad enough just trying to get away from one, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, like, goddamn. Even when she was, you know, scenes and scenes prior, when she was out in the woods, she had a tracker in her. She took it, stuck it in a bottle, and sent it down the river. This little sumbitch was smart enough to know. He was smart enough to still catch her ass. Oh my god. By the way, like, no, bitch, no. Why did you? No, you should have never used the radio here. Okay, if you were gonna use the goddamn radio, you should have used it for like 15 seconds or some shit. It felt like it felt like she was on that fucking radio for like 3 minutes or some shit. I was like, no, get off. It's coming for your ass. You even acknowledged when you were on the radio, like, you know, I gotta get off soon because he's probably coming for me. Yeah, like, what the fuck? Anyway, also, I thought this was a very interesting final image, because that's what she was looking for, was this fucking teddy bear. Though, just a bunch of teddy bears. Damn. Yeah. Thought-provoking episode, and just really intense. Maybe one of the most intense episodes I think that they ever made. They really just went in on this episode. 10 out of 10. Let's talk about Crocodile here. I loved Crocodile. This episode was magnificent. Second favorite episode. I just thought that God, I was just riveted by every second of this episode. At the beginning of the episode, they accidentally hit that guy. By the way, if you were ever going to murder someone and try to get away with it, what a perfect time and setting to fucking try to murder somebody and get rid of their body. They're in the middle of fuck nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. There's no other cars at this current time. There's no other cameras. In the middle of fuck nowhere. And they hit this guy by accident and fucking have a freak out. And then they fucking throw his ass into this river, ocean, whatever the fuck this, wherever this is. What a gorgeous shot, by the way. Gorgeous shot. And then a bunch of fucking years go by, and now let me see. I don't know if I have like a before picture. Maybe not, but so a bunch of years flicked by. Oh wait, actually, I think there was one. Yeah, a bunch of years flicked by, and she's got like a husband and a son now, and the ex-boyfriend, you know, he comes back and he's like, well, I can't let it go, and it's been years, and he's just like, oh, well, I can't let it go. I think the person we hid, they had a wife. I want to send an anonymous letter to the wife so that she can stop waiting for her man to come home and all this bullshit. I was like, no, no. Okay, you accidentally kill somebody, threw their ass in a fucking river. Okay, nobody was around. It was in the middle of nowhere. Years have gone by. Not to mention, you were able to get away with your excuse as to why your windshield was fucking shot to shit. Okay. If there's any blood, you clearly got it off. Like, you guys are scotch free. Scotch free. Let that shit go, fam. Okay, as far as you motherfuckers have gone, how many years has gone by, let that shit go. But no, this motherfucker wants to write some fucking letter. So she's like, no, don't do it. You're probably gonna fuck up somehow with this letter. Don't do it, you know. And then she ends up fucking killing them in the fucking hotel room. Which, by the way, shout out to her performance. I thought she did an awesome job. She carried the episode very, very well. She made her actions just seem very, very believable and legitimate. I mean, I would not have killed the son of a bitch, but best believe, I mean, him sending this letter, if like he was just going to do it no matter what, like motherfucker, like there's gonna be surveillance on you for every single second that you're working on this letter and you're delivering this letter, because I want to make sure you don't fuck this shit up. But yeah, so she just kills the guy. I think the only nitpick I have about this episode is that, like, I mean, she fucking drags her ex-boyfriend's body to extraordinary lengths. Like, for real, this small ass woman was able to carry this big ass, probably heavy as shit dead weight, not only through the hotel, but into her car and into this construction site where she drops him right here. And I was like, well, I don't know if I entirely buy that, but I'll let it go, because it's not that serious. I'll let it go. Another thing that I found a bit of a stretch, just a bit, was this memory collector person. It just seemed a little overreaching how she came to be investigating our female main character, who's just murdering throughout the episode. Like, especially since when she was trying to investigate her right here, she was trying to investigate the flash of lights on like a windshield or something like that. I was like, it seems like a bit of a stretch. Like, she is really being extraordinarily thorough with her job, almost inhumanly so. I was like, what the fuck? This woman is borderline like a fucking Sherlock Holmes in this bitch. But those were my like couple nitpicks of the episode. I love the technology that this woman was using. That shit was fucking wild. The fact that she can legally come into your home to investigate an accident, and all she needs to do to look inside of your fucking mind is to place these little devices on the side of your head, and then she has to place one on hers, and just like that, boom. This fucking woman can literally look at your memories, like that's like a video feed of your memories. That is insane. Okay, that should never happen. Okay, no one's just gonna fucking no. No. When she shows up at the main character's house, you know, first off, no, it was just so dumb of her to be like, you know what, yeah, I'll let you read my mind. No, woman, okay, you just fucking killed a man, okay? No, you knew you was gonna fuck up. Shit, no. Crazy, fucking crazy. I cannot believe I cannot believe that she was just like, oh yeah, you can look inside my mind. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So she ends up killing the memory, the memory collector, and then she ends up going back to this memory collector's house and fucking kills her husband just in case. Because I mean, at that point, I mean, well, yeah, I guess you should do that shit. And then the part of the episode that just gave me chills is that she even went and murdered the fucking infant. Okay, just in case the police were to just so happen to look through the kid's mind to see what happened. Murder the fucking infant. Okay, who, as it turns out, the kid was blind. Fuck. Jesus. That was completely fucking insane. And then this bitch had the nerve that's after she killed a husband, wife, and child, she had the nerve to go to her son's little dance or whatever, the theater piece, whatever the hell her son was doing, right? And the way that she gets caught because of the fucking gerbil. the gerbil. Okay, they went to the mind of the fucking gerbil that was in, like, the infant's room. I was just like, oh my god, I cannot believe Charlie Brooker did this. I would have never saw that coming. I was, like, horrified and, like, laughing my guts out at the end of this episode. I could not believe that the fucking gerbil did this bitch in. Oh my god. Okay, see, this is why you should not murder kids, alright? It's probably why you shouldn't murder people. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? Let's talk about Arkangel here, right? We got this fucking crazy-ass fucking mother, which I thought was just so fucking insane. We got this dumbass fucking mother who loses her daughter one time, so she decides to put this GPS device on steroids inside of her fucking kid's mind and shit, so that she can, through this one little monitor display, she can watch what her daughter sees literally at all times. I was like, no! Why? No, don't do that weird shit. And then she even took it as far as, like, making it so that, if her daughter sees something that could potentially be more than PG-13, she could censor it. I was like, what the fuck? God, the fucking grandpa almost died because of that dumb shit. Like, you can't do that. And then she gets surprised when, like, her daughter starts acting out years later. It was like, what the fuck? You get your daughter on, like, a literal psychological, biological leash, you know what I'm saying? No one should ever be watching their daughter like that. No one should be censoring their child like that. It's way, way too fucking much. Why the fuck would... No. Just, no. That's weird. By the way, fantastic scene transition right here. Holy fuck. Fantastic. There was another one, too, that I think I may... Or maybe I didn't. But no, there was another scene transition that I thought was just truly excellent, where it showed the daughter simply just walking past the fence where that dog was barking, but showed different versions of her, showing her age. That was really cool. All the stuff with this version of the daughter's self was cool. But then when you find out that her mom watched her daughter have sex with that kid and do cocaine, like, I was so happy when she fucking just almost beat her mom to death. I was like, served you right, crazy bitch. What do you think was gonna happen, mom? What do you think was gonna happen? You know? The fuck? By the way, this episode was directed by Jodie Foster. Random, but cool. Just mad fucking random. Oh yes, USS Callister. Holy shit, what a brilliant fucking episode this was. Goddamn. The opening 4 minutes of this episode were was so good. It was like so cheesy. It kind of had like a Tarantino Grindhouse feel, you know? But it was so good. It was so cheesy and dumb, but like just so clever. The humor was just at an all-time high. It was just fantastic. This guy right here, I think he played Todd on Breaking Bad. He was awesome. He was so charismatic as this Captain Kirk wannabe, you know what I'm saying? But then when he switches and like he's creepy and monstrous. He just totally nailed it. And the first 4 minutes, the way that it transitions to the scene transitions to this moment here, and you realize that this entire episode is actually not a Star Trek episode. It's just that the Star Trek aspects are part of a game that he's a mastermind behind. Whoa, probably one of the greatest scene transitions I've seen from a show this year. I was completely thrown off guard by that, because I thought the whole episode was just going to be just some Star Trek alternate universe, which I would not have mind, actually, surprisingly, because the first 4 minutes, I fucking loved it. In fact, the first 4 minutes was like, damn. Like, I actually got kind of an understanding of, like, you know what? Maybe Tarantino could make a Star Trek film. Maybe it would make sense, you know what I mean? If it's anything like that, I'll fucking love it. And I love the fucking, at the beginning of the episode, the way that he just was like, fucking, oh man. And oh my god, what a gorgeous shot right here. The CGI in this shot right here is literally as good as like some blockbuster movies that I've seen. Like, this CGI was just impeccable right there. My goodness, this episode kind of felt like a bizarre episode of AMC's Preacher. By the way, having a game like this, where your consciousness is just like placed inside of it, that's probably where we're going in real life. But fuck, I want one. Okay, all I gotta do is just stick a little sumbitch right here, and I'm just jacked in. I can dig that. Boy, I've been there all the time. Be playing some games. Be meeting with people online and shit. I'd be trying to punch people in the face, and I'd be pissing them off. Oh, this moment was fucking terrifying with this chick right here. Old boy Todd, I think that's what his name was from Breaking Bad, when he just went and fucking like this Neo Matrix shit happened where her face sealed and she couldn't breathe and shit, and he was like, I can do whatever I like in here. Now you're going to listen to me, or there will be consequences. Whatever the fuck he was saying, the captain. God, he did such a great, this moment right here. He did such a great job in this episode. He was the best actor on this whole episode by far. He was incredible. The way that he could bounce between being darkly hilarious and like, there was one moment at the beginning of the episode where somebody was like, should we fire on the enemy ships? And there was like a fucking big close-up on his face, and he was like, negative. Like, he was just so perfect. He was so perfect. Bouncing between being monstrous and eerie to being charming and witty and full of charisma. I just thought he totally nailed it. This episode was such a mindfuck because, you see, that evil main captain, you know, the reason why the characters in the game are so realistic is that they are actually like digitally recreated clones of their real life host's body in this game. Like even though when they're in the game they're video game simulations, they're just avatars, but like even though they're avatars, they're actually no different than an identical human clone in real life. That fucking blew my mind. And it's so weird that like the main character, you know, the creator, like he took samples of the real life people just to make the characters in the game, you know, human, you know. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, inside the game he's like playing God. Like, he's actually fucking like an evil, like a legitimately evil person. There's such a fucking mindfuck. You know, because inside the game, he's like God, basically. And when this guy was talking about how the captain brought his son into the game, and he fucking murdered, he just blew the son out of a fucking airlock or some shit. Oh, I was like, what the that? Whoa. Whoa, what a fucking creeper. That was so fucked. That was so unexpectedly dark. I did not see that shit coming. How long we been going for? Okay. But I did not see that coming. That was just so devastatingly dark. I was just like, oh no. Oh no, don't do that. I did that. I don't give a fuck that it's a game and it's fictional. That's weird. If a fucking game looks that real, you have characters that are that real. Like, no, that's weird. Yeah, I ran into this similar thing with Westworld. Like, it's just taking it too far, man. Like, it's like you really did kill someone. I mean, you didn't, but like, no, that's some weird, twisted, uh, sadistic type of shit right there. Okay, game or not. This moment was so random when they're like, "Oh yeah, we a one black chick." She was like, I can't even take a shit. Can't even fucking do that." And this motherfucker was slapping his fucking gelatin fucking dicks. Like I was like, what the fuck? And then she had this one line that was so fucking spectacular. She was like, I'm paraphrasing hardcore, but she was like, because she realizes that she doesn't have a vagina or like breasts or anything, and she was like, taking my pussy is a fucking red line or some shit. I was like, whoa, what? Who wrote that line? Probably Charlie did, but like the audacity to write such a line of dialogue was just hilarious. God, remember when this bitch fucking she was like, no, just take it. And then this chick fucking became a fucking monster. And I think like it looked like a monster just like grew out of her anus or some shit. I was like, no! Oh! 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 No! She got fucked up. No! And then like the whole Ocean's 11 trick that they pulled so that these characters could try to get deleted to rid themselves of this evil god. Like all that stuff was like whoa, where did this idea come from, Charlie? You know, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. This episode was brilliant. I love how the evil creator, like he was just literally stuck inside of his own game, and there's just nothing they could do about it. Like, I wonder how long he was trapped there for. You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh. I thought this was such a just a brilliant episode. So what else do we have to talk about? Oh, I think there's just Black Museum. So really quick, just to Metalhead 10 out of 10, USS Callister 10 out of 10, Hang the DJ 10 out of 10, Crocodile 10 out of 10, Arkangel gave a 9 out of 10. I just felt like the conclusion of Arkangel should have been more thought provoking. Yeah, should have been more thought provoking, and yeah, mostly that. I just thought that they could have did something a little bit more with the ending of Arkangel to give it more of a oomph. When the episode ended, I was just like, well, I could have told you that ending was coming before I was even 10 minutes into the episode. But so that's kind of my thinking for giving Arkangel a 9 out of 10. Black Museum honestly was the weakest episode for me personally. Gave it an 8 out of 10. I definitely really enjoyed it. I just thought it was definitely the weakest one. It kind of had like a Tales from the Crypt kind of vibe to it, which I love, but like it's like they were going for like a Tales from the Crypt vibe, and it just didn't entirely work for me. I actually found a lot of this episode just to be kind of, I guess my negatives were I found things just to be overly silly, and exaggerative, and over the top, I suppose. But mostly just silly. Like some of these ideas, like it was like it was just fucking silly, man. Like miss me with this shit. By the way, I wish I had a fucking car that I could just solar panel like that. That'd be fucking brilliant right there. That's a long charging time though. 3 hours? Fuck that shit. I'm not trying to wait that long, but the technology idea is pretty brilliant. We have this chick show up to this museum. This is the head. What another thing? Reason why I thought this episode was weak is that this episode seemed to imply that maybe all of Black Mirror, all these episodes, have actually happened within the same universe. For example, if you look carefully behind that guy, that's the same main character from White Bear, right? And then also there is this piece of technology that was, I wonder why that looks familiar. This is that same monitor from Arkangel, right? And I think there's like a couple other things that I noticed, but I wish you could have really done something like that, okay? Because this episode is implying that again, maybe all Black Mirrors happen in the same universe, but it's like you could have really done something mindfuckery with that concept. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have done something equivalent to the ending of M. Night Shyamalan Split with the idea, and they totally didn't. It's almost like they were like, "Hey guys, what if all Black Mirrors interconnected? Huh? Okay, moving on." It's like, no, don't move on. They do more with that, and they didn't. So didn't like that. I'll be honest. This guy right here, I really didn't care for his character. I just could not take him seriously. I never found him funny. I never found him intimidating. I just thought he was really silly and over the top, and he made me roll my eyes constantly throughout this episode. And some of these stories, were just sort of meh for me. Like this story of with this doll, how eventually the wife's consciousness gets transferred in there. I mean, the concept of someone like, their wife is paralyzed. Maybe she'll never talk again. She'll maybe never really be able to move on her own again. And the concept that wife's consciousness could be placed inside of her husband's consciousness, and now the husband can live his life with his wife's consciousness inside of his own mind that he can interact with. That's certainly crazy. But I just thought that the story that they executed there, I didn't really find it that sad. Nowhere near as sad as he implied. I didn't find it like haunting or like, oh my god. I was just like, alright, whatever. It was a bit ridiculous if you ask me. Another thing, like when we get to this piece of technology here, with this head rig thing, we have a character who he got addicted to pain. I was like, no, fam. Like, the fact that it went this far, I was just like, I know, like, Black Mirror, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me be like, oh my god, this is so disturbing. But instead, I was just like, what? It's fucking unbelievable. It's just silly. Like, this man's practically becoming like a Frankenstein monster over here, getting orgasms from pain and shit. Yeah, it was alright. And then we get to the ending where we get this character, and we realize that the main chick, the main female main character, where is she? I think I have a picture. So we realize that she is actually been put on the front this whole episode, and she's actually was this guy's daughter. I mean, kudos. Didn't see the twist coming. But yeah, like, this is like, his real self has died, and the digital recreation of himself still exists. His consciousness still exists, and people can torment his consciousness, and then they even went as far as to take so his bald motherfucker. I'm just gonna call him the bald motherfucker for the sake of time. So when they take this guy and place him inside this bald motherfucker's consciousness, that's certainly an insane idea, but I was just like, yeah. Again, the episode is fun. It's definitely enjoyable. It's definitely a great ride, but when we're talking 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, nah, I wasn't really feeling the episode like that. In that context, it was alright. But yeah, I think I've gone through. How long have we been going for? 44 minutes. All right, I gotta get on to the next video here before I head out to work. But yeah, I thought that Black Mirror was strong. It was very, very strong. I loved what the, I mean, the last episode I just mentioned. It's like I liked it. I liked it. I really liked it. And just I just didn't think it was exceptional. Like most of the other episodes. Holy shit. This was an incredibly strong season. Honestly, I think this is the best season that they've made so far. Black Mirror season 4 is an easy 10 out of 10. I was never bored. I was never like, this fucking episode's bullshit. I never had that. It was a, Arkangel and what was the Black Museum? They're the weakest ones, but still highly enjoyable. Yeah, the 10 out of 10. I love this whole season. I had a blast watching this. I was mind fucked so hard that like when I was done watching all episodes, I just passed the fuck out. But yeah, I loved it. One of my favorite shows of the year. But what about you guys? What did you think about season 4? Let me know your thoughts down below. What was your favorite episode? What were your favorite moments? Hang the DJ, that's my favorite. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on season 4 down below. And if you enjoyed this review, definitely make sure to smash that like button and subscribe as well. I'm out because there's another video that I am very excited to talk about. So I'll be back here in a couple moments. Peace on the streets.